We're not going there first. We're going to Mammoth Fortress, which is still quite the map, considering that the ledges are that much longer.
Are we going back to the left-hand side? Crazy off-stage plays?
Oh gosh, I'm sure we are. There's no like off switch. There's no like, okay, let's be safe. There's no like optimal thing when it comes to eggsoup and LDZ. It's just kind of like we have to kill them. Go, go, go. And that's probably what we're going to be seeing in this game number 1, too, as Midget's opening up the hammer here, but they seem to be keeping them at an impasse here at the game number 1. No real strings have started. HyperHero actually keeping LDZ on his toes there off stage. Down airs aren't connecting, and Midget getting a nice conversion, but LDZ has him off stage. He can't make it back. He just barely didn't clip the edge of the stage there. No dodge available. Midget tried a little bit too hard to fight LDZ off stage, so loses a very early first stock, and eggsoup didn't take too much damage himself.
That's big, because Midget previously in the other set was the one who held on to the stock. He was the stock defender of their team.
He was indeed the stock tank, and he has the opportunity to kind of do that still, but starting at a deficit here, 2 stocks this early on, when you're already having as much damage as your teammate who's a stock ahead of you, that's a little spooky. HyperHero coming off stage here. Sidelight comes out from Midget, and the recovery ends up hitting LDZ into the nice down air, waits out the dodge perfectly to be able to get that KO.
That was clean. They really just need to tie this up. Oh, Midget absolutely perfect dodge.
Redeeming himself after that first stock. Nice neutral light. Down air coming out as well. Recovery puts on a lot of damage to LDZ, and eggsoup fighting HyperHero off stage. HyperHero looking a lot more solid in this game. Uses that chase dodge off the nair to make it back. LDZ gets the recovery into the second recovery. Gets the disarm, but Midget's ready there to help out his teammate. Interrupts the neutral stick from Egg as well. Excellent support there for HyperHero.
Oh, LDZ high off the top. Midget was going to pursue. Not enough, though.
I like that side stick idea, but it was just barely out spaced. HyperHero coming in there, accidentally KOing his teammate, trying to get that trade with LDZ, but LDZ wasn't damaged quite enough, and now we have a stock lead for the blue team. LDZ, what a beautiful dodge. Holding on to that dodge and then chaining it into a gravity cancel neutral light, just to be able to extend it for when Midget fell into the area where he would be punished by that, into the ground pound as well. eggsoup now trying to make it back here, but can LDZ recover? He has his dodge. HyperHero trying to go for that downlight finisher, but he makes it back. eggsoup in the meantime falls to his death. Midget and HyperHero can take a lead here if they're able to get that KO on LDZ.
I mean, he is deep in the red. It won't take much, just one solid hit, especially with him hanging out around the bottom there. I don't blame him, though, because if he can get another one of those early quick kills with the axe, that'll just secure them the victory. Oh, LDZ just manages to get the touch.
He's going to go underneath the stage.
Yep, disengage, back to the other side.
It's always good to be able to do that, especially when your opponent, your teammate has control over the other side of the stage, because you know you're not going to get hit by a dare once you return. And Midget, who's so damaged, LDZ gets that kill at the top in the combo.
Conversion.
eggsoup bringing HyperHero right to where LDZ was and finishing that KO off the top. LDZ was on death's door for the past minute and a half, and he still is, but he does not care. HyperHero finishes it up, but it's a 2v1, and LDZ's on a fresh stock. Can he do this? We've seen him in this position before, and he's made it quite close.
Yeah, I mean, his spear does work. He gets those strings, he keeps it moving, he is mobile, very hard to hit.
LDZ's got to be careful off stage here. eggsoup and LDZ haven't shown the most 1v2 synergy, but does that matter after all these down airs come out? LDZ using that spot dodge cleverly in the air, down airs him, neutral airs him, brings him back up. He's like, I don't care, I'm not trying to gimp you, we're just trying to put as much damage onto you so that we can kill you. HyperHero finding a nice sidelight, doesn't get the Sarah, however, but eggsoup's dodge just came back. Can HyperHero make it back? I don't think he's got recovery. Okay. Dodge comes, LDZ doesn't find the falling there. And LDZ scarily down airs eggsoup. HyperHero making this close. Nice side stick. Chase dodges into the neutral
takes out eggsoup. It's 1v1.
HyperHero is actually playing amazing in this 2v1. Now, it's a 1v1 against LDZ, and LDZ hasn't been showing the most string potential off of these acts. Falling Star does not connect. HyperHero punishes. LDZ tries to go for another sider, doesn't fast fall it. Has the spear. Will he throw it down to an unarmed attack? Will he go for the recovery? Try to clip him. Tries to go for it. LDZ doesn't connect with a D-Light Stare. Sends him off stage, dodges through the weapon toss.
Arms up with the axe. It is the mirror match right now. Axe versus axe.
LDZ falling with the side air. HyperHero has the opportunity to make the most insane 1v2 comeback that we've seen so far in this 2v2 tournament, but the side air connects. Not enough damage. Weapon toss, just dodge. LDZ falls so deep. The recovery does not KO. It hits it to the side of the stage. The second recovery doesn't connect.
Oh my gosh, the bottom of the recovery.
That's
the
it.
weapon is going to secure it. That's it.
And the gravity canceled taunt from HyperHero in celebration. I don't know why I was talking down about HyperHero, because look at that damage. 614 damage dealt, 600 taken. He was the stock tank, and he was the superior 1v2 player here. Look at the very edge of this axe recovery, positioned just right above LDZ as he dodges upwards. HyperHero didn't have to recover there. He could have jumped, he could have dodged. He placed that there specifically for if LDZ tried to go for a KO, that was going to be it. And game one surprisingly goes into favor of Midget and HyperHero, with HyperHero being the star.
Yeah, you know LDZ was expecting the axe down air there. He was not expecting the recovery. With him dodging that early,
Absolutely not. He was just trying to get that KO. He was like, okay, recovery missed. I'm going to keep applying pressure. Like I said, when it comes to LDZ and eggsoup, they kind of only have a go button. They just, that's all they're doing. They're not thinking about what's going to happen to their stock. They're just going to keep going
no brakes.
until the opponent is dead. It doesn't matter what happens to them. Only in that case, they kind of did, and it was too late by the time he realized it.
Whoa.
And we see Midget sporting.
Yep. Yeah. Gotta get the Bodvar mania.
There we go. And Bodvar already getting hit by that neutral air from eggsoup, but eggsoup getting a big pounding in return there as LDZ's off stage. Oh no, ground pound to downers. Midget has an opportunity for a incredibly early kill, but LDZ manages to touch the wall, has the weapon advantage here. Eggsoup already a little bit deep in the yellow. I'm liking these hits back and forth between both teams here as a nice falling cider comes out. Midget and HyperHero have control over center stage here in game number 2.
Man, Midget has just been weaving in, out, through, around, everywhere, just piling damage onto LDZ and eggsoup.
I like that side stick option, but it was read by Midget, and the charge side stick comes out from eggsoup. Eggsoup has to use a spot dodge earlier on. LDZ beneath the stage. He dodges. I think he touched the wall, so he's able to recover to the other side, but the weapon toss from HyperHero just barely doesn't come out, but LDZ still dodges in reaction to it. HyperHero has an opportunity to get this KO. Midget accidentally stopping HyperHero from being able to do anything against LDZ, and that GC down stick misses everything, and the bear takes him down, mauled off the top of the stage. Midget and HyperHero 2 stocks ahead here in game number 2, looking really solid here.
This is so clean. HyperHero getting back, no problems at all.
Ground pound coming out from eggsoup, trying to do something. The recovery's not going to kill Midget just yet. As he falls down with that sword, tosses out of the way, picks up the hammer, immediately side stakes. HyperHero loses that stock, but Midget,
double recovery, the weapon throw.
He doesn't get the downer.
He's fine, but that is a ton of damage that they really can't afford when they're at this stock deficit.
Midget is allowed to recover back from LDZ after that downer. I guess LDZ didn't pay attention to whether or not he got the wall touch. He just wanted to find a weapon. Nice side stick comes out, recovery from LDZ, falls into the Midget's neutral light. Midget has taken the roll back from HyperHero. He's like, okay, you did great last game, buddy. Let me take the brunt of the blows here as he holds on to the stocks, because it seems like either one of these players in this team recognize the importance of being able to hold on to that stock and the pressure, and the GC Sig off the side of the stage catches LDZ.
With a GC Sig of his own, taking out Midget.
Taking out Midget, the first stock of Midget, and eggsoup losing his stock shortly afterwards. They're maintaining this 2-stock lead. This is looking bad as LDZ getting team comboed already into deep orange here. LDZ trying to find this falling there. Eggsoup off stage. HyperHero and Midget doing such a great job controlling Mammoth Fortress center stage, not allowing LDZ to land. There's the cider. He has an opportunity to gimp HyperHero here.
All right, but choosing to disengage. LDZ not wanting any part of Midget's edge guarding.
Now falling down. Tries to go in for that recovery, doesn't quite connect. Midget getting a nice stop, not following up anything more off of that, but they don't really need to. HyperHero's taking a lot of damage, but he's not getting KO'd, and Midget, look at how well Midget's doing at avoiding damage. Love that ground pound from LDZ. He's able to get that KO.
Yep,
he needs to.
They really needed it because they're both eggsoup and LDZ.
Honestly, I think they need just to team up on HyperHero at this point. They want a chance to take it to game 3 because Midget's not getting hit at all, and HyperHero's the only one that's down to 1 stock.
Eggsoup getting a couple pogos, some spear damage onto Midget.
But that side stick is going to do so much against LDZ. He's so deep in the red. The ground pound interrupted by Eggsoup's down air. LDZ manages to get some damage on the way back, but Midget off stage is so terrifying, especially when he's got the sword. Side stick catches LDZ's landing. The down air is coming up from Midget. Weapon toss. He goes for that ground pound.
Oh, so greedy.
Wait, Midget doesn't make it back. That was probably the best possible thing that could have happened for Eggsoup there. He now needs to find a lot of damage on the HyperHero, maybe get him off stage. The cider comes out. Eggsoup, maybe he can get Midget and HyperHero to play in a certain way to go for risks off stage just like Midget did, but he's got to be careful. There's the wall touch limit, and that combo just put Eggsoup so deep in the red.
Uh-oh, that side air, that's going to be enough to do it.
Celebratory
set off the fireworks.
That was, and there's a reason to set off those fireworks, right? Game 1 was incredibly close, but Game 2 showed, hey, we don't need to win clutch 1v2s.